now.
Okay. Yay! Happy Thursday. Welcome to our upLIFT team call. We are super duper excited to have a special guest with us this morning, Jessica Oliva. She's a fellow Team Iron sister. We're so excited to have her. She is the founder of her very own team called the Team Fit Dynasty. She's super cute and doing such incredible things, and just her fire and her zest for this business, her passion. I'm so excited for her to share some of the things that keep her passionate, because it really is so contagious. So she's a mom. She has 3 beautiful kids, 6, 4, and 2. She is a personal trainer also, so this works just really well with what she's doing as far as inspiring so many people in their health and fitness. And she also, just found out, is part of the Westchester Market Council. So she's doing really cool things in her community, which is awesome as well. So without any further time to take up, Jessica, you go ahead and just share your knowledge with us. We're so excited to hear from you. Yay.
All right. Well, I first just want to thank Caroline and Patrice for thinking of me to do this. I absolutely love teaching. I love our business because I love helping women on the fitness side, but I really love the business side as well. I'm not really sure which I love more, but it just brings so much fulfillment to me to help and train and teach other women what I've done, and a lot of things I still have to learn, but I'm so super excited to be here. So thank you guys so much for inviting me to your call. Today I'm going to be talking about what it takes to be successful and how to truly transform internally. Okay, because obviously, a huge part of what we do is on the outside when it comes to fitness, but I really want to talk about mindset and mindset shift, because you can do the vital behaviors until you're blue in the face, but if you don't have this internal mindset shift, you'll never reach your full potential in this business. And I think it's so important. So I kind of want to go through that, and then a couple of tangible things to get you started and how to make that shift if you feel like you haven't gotten there already. So I'm going to start with this, a quote. It's, "We are formed and molded by our thoughts." Write that down. It's so excited. It's so true. Put it somewhere where you could see it every single day. We are formed and molded by our thoughts. And I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm from New York and I talk really fast. And when I get excited, I talk faster. So if you need me to slow down, I'll try to keep it at a good pace. So there are so many tangible things in this business, like I just said, and we talk about the vital behaviors all the time. And they're so important, and you need to do them every single day to be consistent. But they're really just checking a box, right? I did my workout. I drank my shake. I added to my network on social media. I'm talking to people. So you have a list of things that you can do daily to be successful, and they're vital. Like we say in the vital behaviors, to be successful, and I'm not taking away from them. However, there are some intangible things that are absolutely essential that you need to have if you want to be successful, in addition to our tangible vital behaviors. And I want to talk about those today because I don't think they're talked about enough. So the 3 of them are, and they have subsets. 1 is belief. It's belief in yourself, belief in our process and our products, and belief in our company, in Beachbody and our CEO. So important. The second thing is confidence. And the third thing is an abundance mindset. So I'm going to break down those 3, and then I'm going to go into how we can do that. So number 1, and I think this is probably the most important thing, is belief. We need to believe in ourselves that we can do this. We need to do affirmations and tell ourselves that, we are on the mission that God gave us. We're taking His assignment and running with this opportunity and trying to help as many people as possible. What we have is the best thing for moms, right? For me, that's my market. You might not be a mom yet, or that might not be in your plan, but for me, that's what I know, that this is the best thing going for moms. And just because it's impossible to get to the gym, and believing in that, and believing in myself that I can do this, that sometimes it might be scary, but I know I could do what it takes to be successful, and just really believing in that. And it's taken me a really long time to get there. So it's not something that happens overnight. It takes practice. A lot of the things we're going to talk about here is I think of it like a muscle. Just like we work out our arms and our legs and our abs to get strong, you have to work your belief and your confidence muscle just the same way. And it takes practice, it takes time, and it takes diligence in doing it day after day after day. So belief in our process and our products. Now, yes, we could do a workout and drink a shake every day, But if you're not fully immersed and fully doing the nutrition plan, and if you don't really think that these programs work, you're going to have a hard time being successful, because we need to speak from our experience, right? And we need to wholeheartedly believe. And I'll be honest with you guys, when I first started coaching with Beachbody, I wasn't 100% all in. Like, I was still sometimes going to the gym. I was working out in the gym and doing Beachbody, sometimes doing the nutrition. Then I was like counting macros on my own. I wasn't 100% in with the fitness and the nutrition. And because of that, I felt like it really showed. I wasn't, like, that's where you come off more salesy. But when you do it and you can speak from your true experience, that's when you share versus sell. So it's so important that you have belief in our products and this process, and that it really works. That if you follow it 100%, you're going to see results, and so will your challengers or your boot campers. So that's important. And the third part of belief is belief in our company. And I always loved Beachbody, but I don't think I got a true appreciation until I went to my first summit, which was last year. So I went to my first summit as a 1-star diamond. I was a little late to the game. But just seeing the heart of our company and our CEO, Carl Zeichler, and all the top executives, you really see that they truly care about the company, about us as coaches. They really want to give us the best products, the best technology, everything that we have to be successful. They just want to give it all to us. And you can feel that. You can feel the energy that that's what they really want. And you really need to believe in the company and in just network marketing and what it is, because that also took me a long time to get. I really didn't understand the potential of network marketing. When I started, I kind of thought it was a negative thing. You think of pyramid scheme and all these crazy things, and I had no idea like what I was getting myself into. And now, like, kind of once I started to understand the industry and believing in that, my business started to take off. So I can't harp on belief enough. It's so important in our business. The second intangible is going to be confidence. And I wasn't always a confident person. And I would say, like, in high school and college, absolutely not. And I had so much room to grow. I always, like, the negative self-talk was just, like, crazy. And it still creeps back in sometimes. And, that's where we need to really figure out who we are, and doing that through personal development and, constantly growing, and with our faith, with our personal development, just figuring out who we are as a person so that we can show people who we really are and attract the right people to our businesses and social media, and not trying to be anybody else, not trying to do what all the top coaches do, but know what our mission is, know who we are, and just have that confidence to show people, who that is. And it, again, can take a long time to get there. And again, that's like a muscle. You have to build it every single day. You have to try things that are hard. You have to go out of your comfort zone, because if you don't step out of your comfort zone, I always say that's where your business is going to end, wherever you're willing to go with your confidence and who you are with your business. So there's a book called The Confidence Code. That's a really great book. There's so many great personal development. I mean, just what I usually do when there's a topic, I go into my podcast app and search by keyword, and some great ones will come up where you can go in and kind of do personal development. And I always say personal development is, because a lot of coaches will say, where do I do for personal development? And I'm like, it's personal. So whatever you want to work on, like, write a list out of your weaknesses and start there, and then search those keywords and Google it, and it'll come up with a ton of great things for you to listen to. And I try to read for only about 10 minutes a day, but then I listen to stuff in the car or when I'm doing laundry, or some audiobooks and stuff like that. And the third intangible thing that is vital to this business is an abundance mindset. Now, I remember, again, the girl that started this business, where I was like, how am I going to find 5 new people every single month to help? And I just had this mindset that I was going to run out, that there's so many coaches out there, and there's so many great coaches, and they're going to find all the people. Are there going to be any left for me? Like, that's how I felt. And I feel like that's how a lot of new coaches feel. Like, how am I going to find people? And, people are like, oh, you were a personal trainer. Oh, you had a following. When I started coaching, I did not have a following. I didn't know what I was doing on social media. I was a new personal trainer, but it's not like I had a million clients at the gym or anything. So I wasn't at like an amazing starting point. So you just got to build it slowly, and you have to believe that there are millions of people out there to help, and that there are specific people that we're meant to help because of who we are and the people that are attracted to us. So once you kind of understand the mindset that there are plenty of people to go around to every coach in this network, like 1,000 times over, and really believing that, we're never going to run out of people to talk to. and by talking to new people at church, at, you know, your kids' events, you're always going to meet people. You know, teachers, like every time I actually now get excited every time like baseball's starting tonight. I'm like, yes, new parents I get to meet, because what usually happens, you spend time with these people, then you become friends on Facebook, then they see me post and they're like, hey, what is that thing that you're doing? And I'm like, oh yeah. And you tell them. So I personally get excited like every new school year, every time someone starts a new sporting event, I'm like, new people to help. And like, it just grows your network. So just think of it like that, you guys. It's like, and then that's just in person. Then we have social media. It's like an unlimited amount of people that we can help. It's millions and millions of people all around the world. So you'll never run out of people to help. And the sooner that you really believe that, the better that you're going to be in your business. So I was listening to a top coach, and I just wanted to share this because she said, once you conquer your mind, you will have wild success in this business. It was Ruth Schroner. She's a top 10 coach. And she said that she, you know, once she became a 15-star diamond, she was like, I can't wait to get into the Facebook group with all the superstar diamonds and see like the magic and like, you know, I'm going to be mind blown and all these amazing people. And she was like, I was in there and I was waiting. I was waiting. And then I was like, oh my gosh, these people are just like me. She's like, the only difference is between, you know, a top 10 coach, a superstar diamond, is that they have conquered their mind, that they just don't care anymore. They just don't care what other people think of them. And, you know, that's something I had to battle for a long time. I was a huge people pleaser, and I would think every time I posted something, well, what is this person from high school going to think? And then I had to take a step back and say, who cares? Like, who really cares? Like, I'm living my purpose. If my post, what I'm sharing can help at least one person, it's worth it. Because people are going to give you a hard time and, you know, talk no matter what you do. You can be Mother Teresa. I always compare it to Tim Tebow because I love him, and he's like the most polarizing figure in sports, right? People absolutely love him, and people hate him. I don't even know how you can say that. He's like the nicest human being. But just think of someone like that who does so much good, and they are loved or hated. So no matter what we do, if we sit and watch, you know, we will have that too. Or if we choose to help people, like, don't worry about all the other people that might not be doing anything for themselves and who definitely don't pay your bills. So you cannot worry about what others think. So the sooner that you're able to conquer your mind and really have belief and confidence in the abundance mindset, you will see major, major growth in your business. Now, I gave you those things, but I want to show you like steps that you can take on how you can get there, because I don't want to just give you some abstract things. So how do you become that person? How do you become the coach that starts to that superstar diamond coach and get that mindset? So a few things. One is have a personal development routine. Now, we talk about this all the time. In Beachbody, I feel like there's a culture of like waking up at 5 in the morning and doing all this. And it's funny because I was listening to some other personal development, and you don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. to be a successful coach. You just need to make sure that you have your routine whenever it works for you. And it's usually best to do it before you do your inviting. So you want to make sure that you're, you know, reading or listening to a podcast and then doing your positive affirmations. So huge. And writing them down. Even if you write the same 5 things out every single day, write them down and have them be action statements. So what that means is, by sharing my success, I'm inspiring others to be their best. So an action statement with a result. By sharing my story, I'm inspiring another mom to, you know, take the first step to take care of herself and her family. So you want to have those positive affirmations that you can tell yourself and believe before the hard stuff comes, before you have to invite and you might not want to, or you think you might be bugging people. You know, write down those affirmations. It's so important. And then also write down every single day what you're grateful for. Jot it down quick. You know, remind yourself of all the amazing things that you have in your life, and before you start, you know, your business activities, before you do the vital behaviors for the day. And the other thing is, write down your massive, scary goals. So this is something you don't have to do every single day, but once you do it, you want to have it like pinned up, like in your office or on your mirror or in your closet, somewhere that you'll see it every single day. And I mean like your massive, scary goals that you might look at and be like, that's probably, like you might think it's impossible, but no, anything that you want, you know, for your family, for you, you know, it doesn't have to be material things, just goals, like huge, big goals. It doesn't all have to be business related that you want. Like dump them out on a piece of paper, make them real, and put them somewhere that you can see them. That is so, so important. And you want to, obviously you read, you listen to things, and then you have to apply what you learn. And Michelle always gives a great tip. She reads or listens until she finds one thing that she can run with. And she said, sometimes it takes me one paragraph, sometimes it takes me 10 pages, but I want to make sure that I'm getting something and that I have one tangible thing that I can apply immediately. So you can read all the books in the world, but if you don't do anything with it, it's not going to help you get better. So you really need to make sure that you're applying what you're learning. So that's the first thing, the first of 4. The second thing is, you guys, we have to love ourselves first. We have to take the negative self-talk and just shut it down fast. And I think this takes practice. And as women, it's like our human nature to pick out every little thing. Like you see a picture of yourself and you're like, oh, you know, what's going on with, you know, my left pinky toe in that picture? It looks weird. Like we just pick out the most ridiculous things, and we need to learn the second that starts to happen that we need to shut it down, and we need to say 3 positive things about ourselves, like 3 things that we love about ourselves. And it might seem super weird at first, but we need to train ourselves and train our minds to just shut down those negative thoughts, because once we start spiraling, it can like literally change the trajectory of our entire day. So shutting down those negative thoughts is so important. 1 second, I just want to make sure. Muscle, yep, confidence is a muscle, like I said. And this is really important. We need to really truly love ourselves to be able to truly love on and help other people, to get to our highest capacity, our best self, and where we can go with this business. So learning and doing it every day, just loving ourselves and who God made us to be every single day. And again, it might be weird, but we just need to get used to it, and it will get easier as time goes on. Okay, the third thing is do the thing that scares you the most first. You know, if you're terrified of inviting or terrified of going live on Facebook, do it first. Put it first on your to-do list, because if not, chances are you won't get to it ever. And you're like, oh, well, I was so busy. I was, you know, making this pretty Canva graphic and checking in with my challengers and, you know, with all the other things that we do as maintenance in our business, but we're not doing the things that scare us. And again, we're never going to grow past the point if we don't just do it. And you're probably most likely going to be horrible at live video the first time you do it. That's just a fact. I'm still not good at it. I'm trying to get better every single day, but you know, it's always better to start when you don't have a big following, right? And you just need to do it and to practice and practice, and you'll get better and better and better. And the good news is, if it's absolutely horrible, you do have the option to delete it at the end. So just getting over yourself and doing it. And, you know, even if you have notes in front of you, like I always have notes in front of me, so if I get stuck, I can look down quick and just keep going. But that is important. Like live, that is where our business is going on video. And the sooner that you get yourself out there, it's going to help you to grow your network and to grow your business. And inviting also seems to be another part that's scary. You just got to do it. And that's where those positive affirmations come in, because if we're truly believing that we're helping somebody, that there might be a mom out there that really desperately needs us, but they'd never reach out to us themselves. By us extending that olive branch and just saying, hey, is that something you've ever thought about? You know, if they say no, they weren't your customer anyway. So it's not going to matter in the long run. They might just have their day made because we thought of them, and, you know, we're asking them how they are. And maybe nobody has asked how they are in the past 2 weeks. So even if it's just a simple connection, how are you doing? How's your family? Are you okay? You know, genuine relationship building. Just get over that hump of that fear of inviting and thinking that you're bothering people. Because what we have, like if you think you're bothering people, you don't truly believe in yourself and your business, and that what we have is the best possible thing. So get over, you know, think you're bothering people, because it's not the case. We can like literally help people change their entire life by this. We also want to act as if. So do those things that scare us, because you know, if we have these big goals written down, like 15-star diamond, 10-star diamond, whatever rank or income goal we have, or helping 10 people a month, and if we don't act as if we are already there, you know, it will take us 3 times as long to get there. So, you know, even if you're not a diamond coach yet, but you know that's something you're striving for, you know, I don't care if you have one coach. You create a team page. You post in it every single day. You set up your one-on-one calls with that person. You know, don't think, well, I've only done this for a couple of months, so I can't possibly be a leader. Like, no, you need to get that thought out of your head. Like, you need to lead from day one. You need to treat that one person like you would treat a team of 100 coaches. And then you're just going to get better and better and develop as a leader. So you need to just act as if and just understand that if that's where you want to go, you need to embrace it now and then start running with it. So a couple things that have helped me, like I said, just do it and keep doing it. You'll always be bad at first. And then if what you're sharing will help at least one person, it's worth it, with that, which I already said. And the third thing is identify your goals and your fears. So not only are we writing down our goals, but write down what really scares you the most, because then it makes it real, and we can start, just like we take steps every day to work on our goals, we can take steps every single day to conquer our biggest fears. And something that seems super scary now, if we start chipping away at it, it might not seem scary at all. Like, I always think about the first day I went to high school. I was mortified, okay? I went from Catholic school, and I was going to a public high school. I didn't really know anybody. I almost threw up before school, okay? And then think of like being a little freshman, and then by the time you're a senior, you're like, oh, like you wake up late on your first day of school, you're running to class, like you can pretty much walk to school in your sleep. Like, that's what you have to think about. Like, even though it's scary now, once you get over it and get through it and keep doing it, it'll be like second nature. You can do it with your eyes closed. And it's the same thing in this business, you guys. So that was the third thing, which was do the thing that scares you the most. And the fourth thing is remove everyone from that pedestal that you put them on. And when I say that, I'm specifically talking about top coaches in this business. And my first recommendation to you is unfollow almost all of them, because it's just not good to constantly be, first of all, it puts you into the comparison game, right? And we have to all take this business at our own pace, number one. And number two, like, you just can't do that, because if you start comparing yourself to everybody else and say, oh, I should do that and I should try that, you just become a compilation of all these people and you're not being yourself. So I personally only follow a very limited amount of top coaches, and they're people that just bring value to my life. Even like if I wasn't a Beachbody coach, I would follow them anyway. And that's what I don't follow them to like get business tips or try to emulate what they're doing. I follow them because they bring value just to my life. Like, I'm like, oh, I love that girl's like makeup tips, or, I just love, this person's funny and they entertain me. So I have maybe 5 that I follow. But other than that, don't get caught up in, if you've gone to Summit before and you're going to see like all of these top coaches, like, they're not celebrities, you guys. And even if they were, like, we need to stop treating people like that, because it'll just mean that like we can never get to their level. And that's not the case. They're all normal people. We just need to start treating them as coworkers. Like, that's what they are. They're coworkers with really good makeup artists and great photos, right? That if you keep working the business, you'll have the same thing. So don't think because they have that fancy headshot and that they've been really successful that you can't get to that level too. So take them down from that, high pedestal. I know Beachbody loves to elevate them, and it is inspiring, obviously, for income-based goals and, the top 10 trip. And I get it. I get the allure of it and what they're trying to do as a company, but I don't want you guys to take away from who you are and like play that comparison game and think that you're chasing that, because we don't need to be doing that. So I just want to encourage you to do that. Just stop fangirling over the top coaches, okay? That's what I always tell my coaches. Like, I remember someone's like, oh my gosh, there's this person. I'm like, guys, it's not a big deal, okay? Like, they're just normal people. Yeah, it's true, right? I feel the same way. I'm like, okay, you guys, it's not celebrities. Even if they were, who cares? Everybody's just a normal person. All right, so I think those are my 4 practical items, and I just wanted to end with this. It's a quote. There is nothing as powerful as a change in mind. If you don't change your mind, the same experience will perpetuate itself over and over again, because everything outwardly changes, but nothing inwardly changes. So you guys, once you conquer your mind, like literally the sky is the limit. So do personal development on that stuff, not just the business end, but making yourself better in your faith, making yourself better as a mom, as a friend, and growing that way as a leader. It will just help you leaps and bounds. So that's all I have. I hope that you were able to take something away from this, you guys, and I just want to thank you again for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I wrote down so many things. I did forget to say that Jessica is 2-star diamond qualifying, which is amazing. She deserves some big celebration. And also, just to put in perspective, she's been coaching for 4 years, almost in July. And I think that's important to hear because whether you're coaching for a month or a year or 4 years, all these principles are the same. The 4 vital behaviors are the same. The things that we're supposed to be doing every single day are the same, whether you are, you've been coaching for a day or for 10 years. And so I just think that's really cool to hear from you that those things are still working for you. And I think one of the biggest things that's important is the whole mindset, the idea of the mindset. The quote, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. It's so, so true. Like you said, if you think that there's no one to help, you're not going to see anybody, right? We're going to have those blinders on. We're not going to see the people that are right in front of us. I challenged my team like a week or so ago around Easter to work their business offline and like be human and talk to people that are actually in our sphere of influence. And so easily we bypass those people and think we have to do it all on social media. But you're so right. Look for those people at your kid's school and at church and at the grocery store. Like those are opportunities right in front of us that we have to connect with people. So I think that was so amazing. Does anybody have any questions for Jessica? You can unmute yourself and ask her a question, ask her advice, guidance while we've got it.
Really quick that at my leadership retreat, we were kind of joking but serious. We were challenging each other to like make connections with people like in person, like that night. So we had like, the girl at the hair salon, we had the waiter, the table next to us, we were talking to them about like our 80-day obsession challenge group, like having those conversations with just everyday people doesn't always have to be online. Like you said, just challenging yourself to talk to the mom at gymnastics. And, I always say this, I always ask, we talk normal and then ask them what they do because the normal question they're going to ask back is what we do. Like, right? What do you do? Oh, I'm a CPA. And they'll say, well, what do you do? And that's when you don't shut down and be like, oh, I'm just a mom. Like that's, don't do that. Like I'm a health and fitness coach. I specialize in postpartum nutrition and exercise or something. Like whatever you give yourself as a title, like own that.
Own it. Own it. Love it. Come on. Shoot any questions, comments.
Also, one more thing I want to add that I thought of. You said I've been coaching for 4 years, and it's so true. And when I first started, you guys, I didn't follow the vital behaviors. I was like, I'm just going to do my own thing. And I literally, my business would be like Success Club 20, 0 for 3 months. And I would do Success Club 7. I was just like a roller coaster because I was not consistent with vital behaviors. And not that I thought I knew better, but I kind of thought I knew better. And I just was like, oh, those things don't matter. And then once I decided to like, let me give these things an actual try, I'm like, oh, it really works. Following these simple little things every day really work. And I couldn't have been more wrong. And now ever since I've implemented them, like, yes, I've been doing this for 4 years. And I'm like, I could have been so much further, but it is what it is. And it's here for a reason. So
you said your pace. I'm
right there with you. I think I signed up I signed up in April, I think. So right before you. So, and we hit start qualifying on the same day. So
I know, that's so fun. I can't wait to walk the stage with you guys and to meet all of you at Summit and Michelle's dinner. It's going to be great. So thanks again for this opportunity.
Thank you for being here.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for being on. Bye.